everybody except them radical.
You know what I mean? This is the point where we're at right now. You're not gonna see things the way how it was before. We are entering into something new. They keep telling you about a new norm.
The new norm.
Hey, Jake loves sex and all that thing there. Everything Jake, Jake mind, is sex now. Let me tell him this, man. So all who love sex, see, even that can be regulated by government and state,
Once a week.
You're gonna be told who, when, and where, and if you're supposed to have sex. Remember that. A matter of fact, if it's not a part of a household, very soon in this corona thing, even in England there, in America, them tell some Jewish people, say 10 of them in our house, police come at their door. You know what I mean? So 10 of them, more than 10 of them in the house. Hey, in England, you have a certain amount of people who can social gather, and no strangers outside the household can gather with them. So if you have a woman and she lives somewhere different, she can't gather with you. You know what I mean?
You're not trouble.
Okay. So let me give you an insight into what is coming, man. You know what I mean?
Trouble in it.
Yeah? Remember you could have go check Maxine in a fair yard and you're going to go check she around and say, look, man. You know what I mean? Them thing there, them restrictions they gonna start dropping. And you see, who are gonna make that thing work out effectively? You're gonna have an app on your phone, or you're gonna have something where monitor your activities to do contract tracing as well. You know what I mean? All different ways to track you, to see if you are breaking the rules, man. These are the things that are being implemented right now. You know what I mean? Fun and games is over, man. It's over. Wake up and smell the coffee. It's over, man. Like what Jay-Z over, man. It's over, man.
Alright, it says, which they acknowledge would likely not have been made possible without the pandemic.
Right, so you can see in that language that the pandemic was deliberate, man. Them have this thing to get done, and it's not possible without a pandemic. So conveniently, COVID come along. Are you that stupid? And the most convenient virus ever. Just in time for the Great Reset. Just in time for the 4th Industrial Revolution. Imagine that.
Right. Even George Orwell, brother, from back in the 80s.
Right.
I talk about this utopian society.
Yeah.
Over hundreds of years, I talk about this,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, them Jake make it look like through Corona, all of this plan, them just sit down and write
yes,
all
then.
that.
Yes,
Alright,
then.
then do this because of Corona.
Yeah.
Write this law, we could do this.
Yeah. Yesterday they must write up
Stupid,
everything.
yo.
You know? Stupid ass niggas. These been men, generations. These men basically planning this thing, man. You know what I mean?
Deviate from nothing.
It's a tool, you know. And it's going to execute
Don't
this
let a
plan
good virus
using
go to waste.
this corona scare thing right here on people in there.
You know, one of the video we post, the brother saying the economy has failed. And the government now got to the blame, right? Whosoever ruling whatever capacity them there, none of them now got to the blame. They fear they are this economy. When that collapse, a coronavirus has got to the blame. Right? That's exactly what I'm saying. Right. He says so them put it out. They say a corona caused everything. Right. Grinding to see.
Yeah.
It says, we
Hey,
have
the global food supply chain is disrupted, and them already blame corona for it. They don't blame governments. You know?
says we have a golden opportunity to see something good from the crisis. Its unprecedented shock wave may well make people more receptive to big vision of change, said Prince Charles at the meeting.
You hear me say? Big vision of change. Hold on, Prince Charles. Who did say you wish the wish him? I wish him to say.
Inca Harry.
No, young one them man. No, young one them.
No, man. We have
Young Prince.
I think regular.
You go on, brother?
Says, adding later, it is an opportunity we have never had before
Right.
and may never have again.
So this crisis won't be going to put to waste.
Exactly.
Every week
Manuel.
is a crisis.
Prince Philip said that.
So them
Yeah.
stay tuned to them order up here.
Right now, it's not going back to normal. They're going to use this virus scare to bring about their new world order, man. That's how it is, straight up, point blank. They say they will never get the opportunity again. Somebody feel them go back down and say, yo, Chuck, I get too much lash, backlash for that thing, so we're going to just ease off and come with it for next time again. And these are some bunch of old men.
Right.
A lot of these men are some bunch of old men, they don't have no long years left.
And they want to see it. Right.
You know what I mean?
Based on the thing that we said in the group the other day, realize that Jake thing is still have an end point.
Right.
You know, when the vaccine come out, alright, then this thing done.
Yeah,
this
you
man
see-
take up on a roller coaster,
Exactly.
brother, will never end.
Right.
You know what I mean? And whether
You see the China, them people gladly go for them vaccine because they say, yo, it work the reason I say, you know, fully proven as yet, you know. But someone I say, yo, me I lose money in Africa, you know. So, we just sign the paper and take it because doctor say, yo, it's supposed to free. But if we don't fully proven, we're going to take a vaccine. People are doing them actually pay money to get them vaccine.
Well, I know, you know, them starting now the vaccine, you have to continuously take the vaccine over
Exactly.
and over again. So therefore,
Never
and,
ending.
and they say basically, see that the argument, you know, they might use the argument to say, yo, we need to have inventory. We need to know who get what vaccine, when, how it was distributed, where it was distributed, you know what I mean? What are the effects of the vaccine? You know, so they want to monitor, you know, how to get this done digitally, man. You see how they bring in the whole, we all to track people with the vaccine them digitally? Yeah, they must by saying that, look, the vaccine is a tool in order to get digital identity, the digital certificate in. And Bill Gates actually said that more. Now you have somewhat conspiracy theory about that in a vaccine, that in a vaccine, that in a vaccine. No, the vaccine is a tool to get something else done. You know what I mean?
Let's look at this.
Yeah.
So I'm still on verse 5 again. It says, his ways are always grievous, thy judgment are far above, out of his sight.
Right.
As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Right.
See? He had said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
Imagine this man now. The way how the man of the world fool right now. Imagine how the man feel. You know what I mean? Seeing the stupidity across the world, man. How people actually are receiving that thing here. If he must say, I shall not be moved. What can stop me again? You know what I mean? Until they walk up in our video them. Until they see chariot them. You know what I mean? Only thing, you know, it's the only thing. Yeah, it's the only thing. You know what I mean?
Because we don't come with the way we speak, we speak it halfway. Like
Yeah.
how some man have a little truth.
This
and
is
mix
the
it with-
only thing and the thing. Yeah?
It says,
It's hard in the side, man. Go on, brother.
his mouth is full of cursing
Right.
and deceit
Right.
and fraud.
Deceit
under
and
his
fraud.
tongue.
What is this deceit? Oh, the whole world is dying from corona. You hear me say, oh, we're masks are dead. Brother.
People walk up and down in the community and look for you.
Yeah,
And find out
you know,
who
you want to
was
say,
that.
you know, wear masks are up and dead.
Yeah, but if you wear mask, you still have a fucking dead.
Now side studies, it's a back then
Brother,
studies.
the chances of you dying from corona, wearing or not wearing a mask, is greater when it comes on to motor vehicle accident, shooting incident on Jamaica side, diabetes,
Don't report to
cancer,
I'm saying
and all them
19 million. The chances of you dying from COVID-19 is 1 to 19 million %.
You know what I mean? Boy, if we have a chance of winning a lot of million, but we win. So,
1 to 19 million %.
It says, again, it says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret place doeth he murder the innocent.
Like Davos, he World Economic Forum, man. Them go them and sit down and them plan them shit. You know what I mean?
And at the end of these meetings, them come up with an agreement where it look like, you know, Jamaica give them input, Barbados give them input, and then come up with a plan.
Right.
That wasn't the case, yo. The man go at Davos with them plan and tell the other countries, say, look here, this is how it's gonna be.
Right.
So not like Andrew Wallace can go and say, alright then, no.
Alright, this is
Me not
my
like
idea.
that.
This is how you
Yes, this is
suggest.
my idea. Go that route there. And but bring 5G, do something else.
Yeah. He's just a puppet, man.
Right.
I'm not saying nothing. He's just a lucky. He's just a lucky. That's why the United Nations go make basically he's speaking on behalf of the New World Order. And he say a lot of things too, but basically showing that he sell out. You know what I'm saying? Never put a good crisis to wait. Repeating Winston Churchill phrase, man. Which is a motto of the elite right now. And that's what this man just said the quiet. You know what I mean? For sure the vibration where your prime minister depart. It's a big time sellout, man. You know what I mean? Wait, hey, we don't have to worry about if people are going to take him down or whatsoever. The Lord Yahushua will get your ass.
That's right.
Lord Yahushua, you know, whatsoever with the Lord plan to get your ass, the Lord is going to get your ass. And all you leaders in Jamaica are involved in this whole process, you know what I mean, to entrap the people of Jamaica. You know what I mean? Which is the tribe of Benjamin, the Lord's people. The Lord is gonna get your ass, man. You could have fly low, fly high. You know the Lord is gonna get you, man. Judgment is coming. We're actually nearer to the judgment than what you believe, man. Than the New World Order. The New World Order, they're gonna make it true according to the scriptures, man. You know what I mean? They choose the wrong side, man. They choose the wrong side. Yeah, what, brother?
Secret places doeth he murder the innocent.
Right, in secret places does he murder the innocent.
His eyes are privileged
let me say this
against the poor.
This is very controversial, man. You know what I mean? It is reported, you know, by other many scientists or whatsoever, people who was involved in the whole HIV to AIDS thing, that said, look, the retroviral drugs was what was killing the people who basically was diagnosed with HIV, man. The retrovirals, drugs, the retroviral drugs was what killing the people, man. And people who never get any retroviral drugs, only those people survive. You know what I mean? So a lot of things surrounding HIV that you learn and know was a lie.
The money go for the test.
Yeah.
Carry bullets.
Yeah. Bullets actually say the test. It's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Using it for
the test that them use
was a test virus.
Yeah? It's all bullshit, man.
HIV is a very rare disease.
Yeah.
Man, we quote a number to show you how rare it is. I don't remember the number, but you say you have to you have to search for it in order to get that virus. You understand?
The man says it's a sham. He's saying it's a scam. He said HIV is a scam. The whole HIV thing is a scam. The man that create the test it up. Says it's a scam, man.
Him say him write a statement. He say HIV is a probable cause of AIDS, and him say he must have a reference as a doctor. So he must go back to he must try to find a reference.
Yeah, he search every scientist will actually have a report, and nobody have a report.
The last man when I asked, alright, this man should know. And he go to the man. Man walk away.
This man is the devil, man, and that's what murder you all the time, man. You know what I mean? And like I believe like it's your fault, like I die. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I'm have fun protecting sex and all years are killing me.
What happened to AIDS now? What happened to AIDS now? There's a much person
verse 9 it says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draw it into his net.
And the net is being set right now and you're being drawn into it and your leaders are used as the bait. The media, the leaders, your entertainers, they are used as the bait. See, Dr. Fauci have fat joke. See them I tell about black people now coming to come get them vaccine, for volunteer to get the vaccine. Black and brown people not coming in to come get vaccine. Why the hell them are target you to come get vaccine first? Yeah? Why not you use the stars, your stars, what them set up for your trust, you know?
Right.
To influence you, you're gonna be a guinea pig, man. All the money, you see them and see them and draw them on the street and kill them, man. That's what Jake should be doing.
Not somebody else send them out.
Yeah?
By right.
If Jake was Jake there have two any form of brain in your thoughts, them not do that. Them not realize say, oh, this nigga try to sell me down the river, we have to kill him ass, man. Those are the niggas that you're supposed to kill, not the ones on the corner. We basically I try to hustle here, I try to hustle too, and hey, that man a mash up the business. Or you hate him because he may have a girl you like or whatsoever. Hey, kill Jake for some dumb ass shit over sneakers and all type of foolishness, man. And because a man says something where we basically never rub him
Lack
right.
of knowledge, man.
Never rub him right, so you have to gun him down. You know?
It says, he croucheth and humbleth himself,
Right.
that the poor may fail, not may fall by his strong ones.
Right, if the poor are going to fall by what? The strong ones will. You know what I mean? So they're going to send the military at you, man. Going to send the military at you, man. They'll be kicking down the doors, taking the limited resources they have left when the crisis is coming. And you have more crises to come following this COVID. COVID is just the
Start of the roller coaster.
yeah, the start of the roller coaster, man.
It's just a part of a bigger picture.
Look for the food shortages, man. It's coming. It's coming. You know what I mean? Look for more lockdowns and all different draconian measures to be implemented, man. You know what I mean? They're gonna kick down your door and they're gonna take all the resources, man. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have to be joining the Russian line, and you're gonna have everything in order, like, you know, the vaccine sorted out and the chip sorted out to get Russian, man. And guess what? When they take the chip, that is the ass for you and the Almighty. The Almighty is gonna have
Judgment.
And as it is now, look at the person working, and this man still tell us how they can't feed the world, can't sustain the world. So how them have come up with UBI where everybody on the earth are going to sit down, and then who are going to feed it?
Yeah.
And where that money and everything are going to come from.
and that even shows them how killing of people.
Think about that, yo. Everybody in the world sit at home and get a salary.
Yeah.
Man is
Who
a
are going to pay them,
bloodthirsty.
yo?
This man is a bloodthirsty vampire, man. See?
I tell them I notice, you see? Even this Buju Banton thing. You see, every time you hear somebody that have a voice, so something contrary to the current narrative that the establishment have, it come off as the most weak opposition. Buju Banton come out the other day and say, now we're in a mask. And his excuse for not wearing the mask
For dead.
weak as fuck, you know what I mean? And can be challenged by the powers that be. There's no solid argument when come with, and this is a strategy that they are using, you know what I mean, in order to demonize the opposition. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say this. I don't know if people like to say this, but Buju Banton already sold you out, man. This is a psyop. You know what I mean? But who don't know what Buju Banton did the other day is a planned psyop. You have Christopher Tufton come out the other day, and one of the main concern that he voiced the other day was that conspiracy theories basically are mess things up. The wild conspiracy theories basically are mess things up for them in the fight of COVID. So therefore, everything that can be labeled conspiracy, you know what I mean, have to be played out in the eyes of the public as something stupid, man. So the stupidest conspiracy them are come to the forefront for the government to justify shutting down every form of conspiracy, man.
we see this. We know that the Jamaican government have a middle in a side power. We see this with the NIDS.
Right.
And see how them bring the opposite,
The opposition,
opposition,
never
yeah.
have solid argument.
right, and it was planned by the government.
Yeah, it's planned. The opposition is always planned. That's how the Jamaican government working, man. See? Why we can't be the opposition then? You know what I mean? Why? There's men who have actual substance to your argument. Can't be the opposition, man. Because Buju not come with no substance to him argument. Man. You know what I mean? So by just blurting out, I mean, I wear no mask and no make for man. What the fuck is that? You know, people, you give the people fuel for your argument when you do that. You know? It don't come from the perspective of wisdom, man. You know what I mean? But that's what the government gonna do. The government gonna use that to shut down every alternative argument or alternative voice out there by using stupidity, man. And the so-called white man been using that on the internet. You know, that's a set game. It's been using for years. You know what I mean? Take the truth, use his agents to pollute the truth and promote it and then him debunk it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So by debunking one conspiracy, all conspiracy is fuckery. That's the thing that this man is using. My hey, you don't know the devil, man. You don't know the devil. You know what I mean? I'm a rare.
And as we had discussed today, Buju spirit just half you.
Yeah, Buju spirit half.
Totally half you.
Once Buju come from prison,
now.
if he was a spiritual man, you could discern that Buju spirit is a totally different spirit from the man who went to prison. It's a different individual altogether. Buju, your precious Buju that you know, has been compromised. Man. You know what I mean? He was broken. He was put through the process of being broken, man. I don't know if them buck break him too. You know what I mean? That's what they used to do to the slave. You know what I mean? And I have a strong feeling that he was buck breaking. You know, he was a voice against homosexuality. What better was to put him in a situation where he get raped a couple times in prison. He wouldn't come out and say it, but you can see that the man's spirit died, man. When you look at Buju Banton, you're looking at a spirit that died, man. His spirit died. The type of vibe that Buju used to have, it's stuff no more, man. That vibe is stuff no more, man. There's a total different man you're witnessing right now.
Run.
You know what I mean? Me hear Foota Hype mention one thing. Some of the time Foota Hype chat some foolishness, but hey, me mention a thing, him say, hey, look, Buju Banton do a song with Coffee. You know what I mean? And when you're looking at the video, you see J flag in the video. You see that is some butch and them woman in the video. You know what I mean? See? So Buju just celebrate everything that Babylon represent now. You know, with this song I'm talking about, him basically him a voice. The song, the underlying message of the song is the struggle where everybody have to go through under the current system. You know that you have gay rights, you have Black Lives Matter. Because them use the premise of the Black Lives Matter thing and all the oppressive things that happen on the planet, and them show everybody where they get oppressed for their own right. Them claim, and the gay flag show. That means that Buju represent all of that now. You know what I mean? So it's been compromised, man. It's been compromised, man.
Before I left jail,
Yeah.
delete them songs.
Yeah.
The songs that I talk about and certain things.
You go back from Boom Bye Bye? Really? You know, because the so-called white man stream say, yo, I am God. And the God where you say, your God can't protect you. Because not for you, niggas, all you're talking about, Selassie this and this and that and this and that, guess what? You're not going to be protected. You know what I mean? And Buju, if you listen to this and you get compromised, it's because you was serving the wrong God, man. You wasn't serving Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. And that's the reason why you get compromised, man.
Repent,
You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yep.
Repent.
And that's what Selassie gonna do for you. When the so-called white man say, hey, make we see if the God where you think of your power can deliver you from my power, me your God. Make we see you're gonna do, man. You know what I mean? And that's what enough of these entertainers, these stars, when them rise up, them reach to a level and them think them have power. The so-called white man show them say, yo, I am the power.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Everything we get here,
So humble yourself. And if I don't get you, and guess what? If the being strong is gonna break you. Ever since slavery, that's what he did. And he used traumatic incidents to break you. And if he shame you and if take away your manhood, he's gonna humiliate you. Like rape. Put you in a place where a couple man rape you.
And the Esau strategy.
Yep.
Over the years.
It's gonna break you, man. It's gonna break you. Serving the wrong God, you won't be protected, man. You have to come out, humble yourself now and say, I'm going to work with them, man, because we don't get no protection, no other space. Who can come up against this man? So these niggas are sold out, them don't believe in no other source of power against the so-called white man. Them already accept the white man is them God, man, because nobody never come save them from the white man. So, hey, you would have the wrong faith, man. You know what I mean? I'm telling you this, man. You see, every idol where a man up on the earth is going to be tested, man. Every idol where a man have on the earth is going to be tested, man. You see, all who ball out Jesus, you know, the name of Jesus is going to be tested in the right way, man. And we're going to see which name I'm going to stand. If I know the Lord, you're going to man. We're going to see. Yeah, what brother?
It's Deuteronomy 32 and verse, I'm start 35.
Right.
It says, to me belongeth vengeance.
Right, the Lord said, to him belongeth vengeance, man. One.
And recompense.
Right.
Their foot shall slide in due time.
Right, the foot of a slide in due time, man. The so-called white man foot is going to slide in due time also.
For the day of their calamity is at hand.
Right.
See? And the things that shall come upon them make haste.
Right.
See? For the Lord shall judge his people.
The Lord is going to judge his people, man. And hey, whatsoever the so-called white man do to you from henceforth, it's the judgment of the Lord. And this is one of the thing that is missing from the whole COVID argument and what has been done through COVID. A lot of people not equating the things that will happen to the judgment, man. The judgment of the Lord. You know what I mean? And as the thing go along, it's going to be amplified. That the things that are happening, it's judgment from the Lord, man. You people want to feel like something different. You know what I mean?
But that's our major problem now. Right. Because back then in the New Testament, as the people them used to go through some situation, they used to cry, you know, rent them car, ashes and say, yo, why the Lord bring this on us, yo.
Right.
Never hear nobody talk about Satan. Yeah. Try to do this and try to that to them, yo.
Why the Lord bring this upon
why
us?
the Lord bring this
Who in
upon
Jamaica call upon that? So why the Lord bring this unto us, man?
Right, so if them acknowledge, no, we say the Lord that bring this, then they'll not know how to stop it, you know.
Right.
But for the mere facts of them and things, say, yo, look here, it's another power bring this. And now we see, for the Lord, that's why everybody out here wait for a vaccine, and I look to the white man to save them, yo.
Right.
Because them now acknowledge, say, look here, the Lord bring this.
Please, Master, don't lift you no more. Don't beat you no more.
God.
We have a subject, we're going to obey, we're going to obey. Don't stop, we again.
It says, verse 36 again, it says, for the Lord shall judge his people
Right.
and repent himself for his servants.
Right.
When he seeth that their power is gone,
Right.
and there is none shut up or left.
Right.
And he shall say, where are their gods?
Right. We
Their
are
rock.
God, them, man.
Right?
Bojo, where God the day when the so-called white man put you in a prison man, and do him and do to you, man? Where was a God? You know what I mean? Go on.
Where are their gods? Their rock in whom they trusted.
Right. So hey, the last thing I get proven. This last thing I get proven. This Elijah Muhammad and this Allah madness. Which Allah basically mean God or power. You know what I mean? But hey, look, man. In essence, they're not talking about the Lord Yahweh, man. You know what I mean? So all these things will get tested, man. You know what I mean? All these things will get tested, man, and proven. You know what I mean? If they can save you. One brother?
It says, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices,
Right.
and drank the wine of their let them rise up and help you and be your protection.
Right. So let them rise up and help and be a protection, because the day will come now, and we are at the time now when they're going to do the detection. You know what I mean? We're entering into that time, and hey, I might not even know the type of day will come in now, brother. It's a nightmare time now. Nightmare is about to begin. You know what I mean? The day we warn against all the ears, here we are one. That day is upon us, man.
Albert Pike.
Yeah, the day is upon us now, man.
Fake, yo.
We are at the most scariest time in our history, man. That day is upon us now. What's the move you're gonna make? You know what I mean? Against the day, man. Come on, brother.
Psalms chapter 64, verse 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities.
Right.
They accomplish a diligent search.
Right, so these men are accomplishing a diligent search, man. I know them about to. As you hear man said in the article, brother? You still have the article? The man say, oh, this is the time, perfect opportunity, and you're not gonna ever get it back again. You know what I mean? And they diligently search out and wait for the day here, man.
This world bow
This
down to them.
was the day that they was waiting for. Coronavirus was the press, what do you call it? The premise that they was waiting for. Let me finish the article and then we read about the priest of this, brother.
It says, further down, it says, the threat of climate change has been more gradual than COVID-19, but its devastating reality for many people and their livelihood around the world, and is ever greater potential to disrupt, surpass even that of COVID-19, Prince Charles said.
Right, so their idea is now to come off of fossil fuel, man, and go green.
Right.
On green revolution. Basically, they are sponsoring the green the green revolution. That's the next thing. Elite that the oligarchs, the oil oligarchs are now moving to green. So this order was based upon fossil fuel. The new order won't be. So all whose wealth is into fossil fuel, you know what I mean? That is going to be diminishment. You know what I mean? So I am on the
that thing here is so far where Jake with them little
bird
brain, because them I think Corona, brother, the man still have Agenda 2030.
Yeah.
With all of them goals they are pushed through.
Right.
Corona just one little side thing.
Yeah.
So the man still even climate change, as I said,
Yeah.
to get rid of fossil fuel, to get
carbon taxes and all that
they're
stuff.
still up on the table.
Yeah.
It's like the world, I remember, not out Agenda 2030, so that's still in effect, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It says, of course, this government of official activists and influencers and can't impose a systemic change of this size on their own,
Right.
which is why we have started to activate vast networks of left-wing activists
Right.
from around the world.
All right. So you guess what? Your prime minister included in that.
Exactly, yo. He's one of the activists, yo.
Yeah.
And influencers, yo.
Yep.
Prime ministers, the
And
artists.
influencers of other influencers like the artists them, the people them who you basically put the trust in them.
Right,
You know what I mean? All of them have come together to bring about this massive change.
right.
You know what I mean? Because on a normal basis, people would accept them changer, and them changer couldn't get done without shutting down the machinery first.
Right.
And that's what they're doing. They shut the machinery all together. You know what I mean? Using COVID, shutting down the machinery. People don't know. You know what I mean? Why we change over to different industries, man? The industries today is not going to come out on the other side, man. Yeah, that's what they say. It's an industrial revolution, man.
Total change.
The scripture says without all these works, the least about and say without all these, it shall not a city be.
Yeah.
You understand? So without all of this, something over them are shut down and shut down and shut down. The city can't continue like this.
Yeah.
You see me? Which you see to be a refer to the whole social construct.
Right. Hey, because if you see, if I make a computer, you have to upgrade it. You have to make a drastic upgrade to the computer. First, you have to shut it down. You cut all the current in it before you start remove the parts then. And remove the parts and then start putting new parts and turn it back on. I lock them on them and lock off. This now, brother. Them I lock it down. That's what they call it? Shut down. You know what I mean?
Like
Them a reboot the system.
like-
Them a reboot the system with new components, man.
like,
You know what I mean?
like,
Resetting the computer, man. Go on, brother.
like the phone, the computer, you have a reset button for that.
Yeah.
But the economy, you don't have one. So the man them created one,
Right.
which is the coronavirus, brother.
Right.
Grand opportunity.
Right. Coronavirus is a reset. Coronavirus is a reset button, man. Yeah.
He says, who, so this man already I tell about him activist, he says, who will throughout 2021
Right.
demand changes in line with the Great Reset.
Right.
So you think so all of them have a ramp up here
Right.
and then say ask, you know. He says demand change.
Just like the meme when it come out the other day, where the man say, I want the 2020 as a trailer for 2021.
Yeah. It is a trailer for 2021.
Better know you.
Yo, you know your man say, we have a twin-demic. A twin-demic, you man not talk about now. Twin-demic, brother. Yo, me tell us this, man. Some people believe say, oh, this thing will go away, you know, overnight. The things will go overnight. We have a whole never set a coronavirus next year again.
Right.
Higher level.
And the boy next year, next year, someone will touch a bench and the party, they have got to. Eh? Next year, I'm going to rest. The coronavirus next year. I rest one that. Hey, brother. Hey, after this election, man, trust me, you're going to see some things happen after this election, brother. Now, tell you this, man.
Hey, yeah, I was talking about the election about the debate the other night. And they made a base the argument upon the same fossil fuel and green green energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically Trump say you can't stop oil because if you stop the oil thing, you're gonna crash the economy. See?
Well, I know. Hey, I saw a video today, you know. I saw a video, I think, in Four Corners. Who the Four Corners? Back on that. You saw a video in Four Corners with a brother talk about America. Eh? I talk about America and I say, boy, America is basically a part of the world. America no base, it must be because America is not the world. And why America make decision for every other country in the world. You know what I mean? Hey, I send the video in the group, man. I must say America basically is against or is basically America is a problem to everybody else and the new order what they might try to bring in, man. You know what I mean?
Biden, he might talk for the new green energy.
Yeah.
But Trump is against it, man.
Yep.
Trump said
That little sure,
Yeah.
you know, say
Yeah.
really against it.
yeah.
Economically, America bank their money in a fossil fuel, man.
Right.
You know. That's what they make most of them thing from now. That's why them need to perpetuate the wars in the Middle East and them thing there in order for, you know, that's them can profit from you know, fossil fuel. You know, that's why, you know, the up and down the movement of the market when they come out to crude oil. See it? You know? See, so everybody else have got otherwise from that. And basically as China, they're ahead. You know what I mean? America.
China,
they're ahead with everything, brother. See me?
Isaiah chapter 32 verse 5. While person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail, The instrument also of the church are evil.
Alright.
He devises wicked devices to come, wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words,
Right.
even when the needy speak it right. But the liberal devises liberal things, and by liberal things it shall he stand.
It says Prince Charles was right, just finishing off the article. The present pandemic is a golden opportunity for radical change.
Right.
And if Al Gore, Prince Charles, and the rest of the World Economic Forum can convince enough people that attempting to stop climate change is also worth dramatically pushing humanity towards greater government control, then radical...
Top-down control. This is basically going into what? Rockefeller lockstep, man.
Right.
The Rockefeller Foundation lockstep.
Lockstep.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, right.
Top-down control, man.
Right.
Yep.
Technocracy.
Yep. Technocracy, bro.
Right.
Come on, brother.
Says government control, then radical and catastrophic change is exactly what we are going to get.
Right. You hear that?
I'm gonna tell a plain
But
now.
plane. Anyway, still. You finish the precept. You finish the precept. Finish. All right. So with that, you have another precept, brother.
Yeah, man.
Complete that precept and then wrap up.
And this is Isaiah 10 and verse 3. And what will he do in the day of visitation? And in the desolation which shall come from far,